Welcome back to Surviving and Thriving, where we share with you the things that we have learned as we have transitioned our family from struggling to survive disease to thriving, right smack dab in the midst of it, in the hopes that something that we share with you will help you, enlighten you, and encourage you as you transition your family from struggling to survive disease to thriving, right smack dab in the midst of it. The spirit of a man can sustain a man in his sick bed. What that means is that the inner you is really your strength, that your ability to go through obstacles, to go through sickness and disease, to go through hardships and tragedies, your ability to go through those things and come out on the other end is not based upon the physical you, but based upon the inner you, the spiritual you. So, how do you strengthen the inside of you? Well, it's what you watch and what you listen to. Those are the gateways to get to the inner you, the core of who you are. So, it's always important to be careful with what you watch and what you listen to. Light in, light out. Darkness in, darkness out. So if you're filling yourself full of good things, you're looking at good things, you're listening to good things, things that encourage you, things that are strengthening your spirit, good foundational things for you, that's putting light in, and that's going to make the inner you stronger so that you can produce strength, produce light. If you're filling yourself with a lot of darkness, a lot of bad thoughts, evil thoughts, looking and watching a lot of horror a lot, or just being around critical people, critical of things that you're trying to do good in, if they're critical of marriage, critical of parenting, critical of all these things, are complaining about those type of things, then you're going to get that kind of mentality within you. You're going to start thinking those things, and that's going to become the inner you, and you're not going to have the strength that you need to endure or to sustain. Sometimes life gives us many opportunities to feel like a failure. Failure in our health. We're trying to do all these things to, reach this goal or overcome or get through something, and you're constantly not reaching your goal. You're feeling like a failure. If you're trying for something in your health and you're putting everything you have into it and your health is going backwards, it can make you feel like a failure. If you're in a relationship that doesn't work out, if you're in a marriage that's a miserable marriage, or it turns out to be end in divorce, you can feel like a failure in that realm. You can feel like a failure in parenting because your kids aren't going the way that you thought that they should go in life, or because you feel like you're teaching them something over and over again and they're not getting it. They're still not washing dishes right. I don't know, but it can make you feel like a failure. Life can make you feel like a failure. But when your inner man is strong, you know that what you're going through and what is going on around you is not who you are. You have to know that in life. You have to know that the inner you is who you are, and everything else that you're going through, everything else that is around you is not who you are. If you do not know that, this life will run over you and it will take you out. You have to know that disease is not who you are, that your finances is not who you are, that life situations is not who you are. You have to learn how to distinguish between what you're going through and who you are. When who you are is intact, when who you are is strong, you can make it through anything. When your inner man is strong and your identity is strong, some people can go through tragedies and not make it through. There are two people who can go through the same type of tragedy, be in the same exact situation at the same time. Same things can happen to them, and one can lose their mind and go crazy and check out of life, and another one can come out stronger and better. And a lot of times, y'all, I've been through a lot of things. My family has been through a lot of things that when we look back on it, even with doing these videos, it's really hard. It's not easy all the time to revisit some of the things that we have gone through. And sometimes when we look at some of the things that have happened, some of the things that we've gone through, we wonder, how in the world did we make it through that? It's stuff that your mind just cannot handle. But when your spirit man is strong, the spirit of a man can sustain them not only in the sick bed, but sustain them in life. So strengthen your spirit man and be aware that just because you failed in an event, just because something that happened failed, does not make you a failure. Okay? You can fail at doing something, but it does not make you a failure. Even if you look at your life and it's going down the wrong path and you're just screwing everything up in life and you've been a screw up, all your life, does not mean that you are a failure, right? What you're doing is failure things. How you're behaving is in a way of failure. You are indeed failing at life, but you yourself, you are not a failure. You have the ability to pick yourself up and turn it around. So look at yourself. Be honest with yourself and where you are at in life. If, even in your health fight, where are you at in that? Now, if you look at your life and see that you have been failing in your health or in any area of your life, the good news is you can change that. You can turn that thing around. If you look at yourself and you see your inner man is weak, you can change that. You can strengthen your inner man by changing the way you think, changing what you're looking at, what you're reading, what you're hearing, and who you're hanging around with. If you look at yourself and you know that, I'm strong in who I am. I am strong in light and not in darkness. Good. I applaud you. But you know what? It's not a one-time event. You have to maintain that by keeping your spirit strong, by maintaining what you're watching, what you're looking at, what you're thinking, and what you're doing. How are you talking to yourself? So I hope that helps you. It may not seem like it's real relatable to fighting sickness and disease, but I'm here to tell you it is extremely important in fighting sickness and disease. There are a lot of things that your body can go through that you can overcome, no matter how bad it seems, but you can overcome it if the inside of you is strong. So keep your spirit man strong. Know that what you're going through is not who you are. And all things, remember, do you. Until next time, bye.